I'd like to introduce to you this morning our guest musicians, the Teller Quartet. Please welcome them. Good morning and welcome. My name is Sarah Carlson and I serve on your fellowship board of directors. I want to thank you all for being here today and extend a special welcome to any visitors who are with us this morning. If you'd like more information about the fellowship, please visit the welcome table. Well, I'm not sure where it is out there because there's a lot of tables today in the fireside room, or sign on our virtual guest book at uufaames.org/guestbook. Whether you're joining us from home or here in the fellowship hall, we invite you to stay after the service for coffee fellowship, where you can introduce yourself and join in conversation with kindred spirits. And something special that's going on this morning in the fellowship is after the service, we'll have some transition time to get the chairs, but there is a soup lunch, and anybody who is here is welcome to stay and have fun. And the other announcement this morning is that there is no Fellowship Voices practice after the service today because of the other stuff going on. So on behalf of this caring, nurturing congregation, I welcome each and every one of you into this sacred space. Here, we invite you into an experience of transformation, hope, renewal, and connections, which may inspire you to understand life in new ways.
Will you please join now in our responsive reading? from Amanda Udis Kessler. A planet is born, a spark ignites, something completely new comes into being. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of life. A waterfall descends, a rainbow arcs in the sky, the oceans open to an endless horizon. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of beauty. The stars pierce our hearts. Peace envelops us. We are blessed. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of wonder. In the midst of pain, we find our way to hope and restoration. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of healing. In the midst of fear, we do what is right and speak our truth in faith. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of courage. In our aloneness, we see someone in greater need and offer ourselves to them. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of compassion. We gather in community, in relationship, in friendship, and cherish each other. We give thanks for the mystery and miracle of love. And this morning we light this chalice for the mystery and miracle of life. Will you rise now in body or spirit for our opening hymn, number 1051, We Are. Born, a morning star rises our saints to the universe. Who we are, for each child that's born, a morning star rises our saints to the universe. Who we are, we are grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and sons of great visions. We are sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of God and builders of nations. We are seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and sons of great visions. We are sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of God and builders of nations. We are seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and wisdom of ages. We are grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, the morning star rises
sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
Oh, God. Hello, everyone. If I can get this to work. My name is Riley, and again, I am a part of our RE staff here. Today, we're going to do something a little different. I'm not reading a book. We're going to go through our RE Chalaka song. And so first, today, we are lighting our 8 Chalaka lights with the Principal song. That can be sung to the tune of Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music. How many of you know the song Do Re Mi? Specifically, all of you. All right. Well, now I feel a little older, but that's okay. So we're going to go through and I'm going to read through each one of the principles and then I will sing the song through you guys. You guys can sing with me if you know it. It might get a little complicated because the words are a little different, but I'm going to sing for you guys. And then we will sing it all together as a congregation and then we will sing it one more time to lead the kids off to their classes, okay? So first we're going to read through our principles. 1, each person is important. Get lit. 2, be kind in all you do. 3, we help each other learn. I'm sure you all do that with everyone. 4, and search for what is true. 5, all people have a say. 6, work for a peaceful world. 7, the web of life's the way. And 8, dismantle racism today. So those are all of our 8 principles. So now I'm going to sing you guys through the first one. And if you can sing with me, I would love it if you know it. So 1, each person is important. 2, be kind in all you do. 3, we help each other learn. 4, and search for what is true. 5, all people have a say. 6, work for a peaceful world. 7, the web of life's the way. 8, dismantle racism today. Each person is important. 2, be kind in all you do. 3, we help each other learn. 4, and search for what is true. 5, all people have a say. 6, work for a peaceful world. 7, the web of life's the way. 8, dismantle racism today. All right, so now for this third one, we're going to sing it one more time, but we're all going to head over to our classes instead of singing this little light of mine. If you will sing the song one more time, and we're going to head off to our classes. Thank you.
Will you join me now in a time of prayer and meditation? And our prayer this morning is from Reverend Manish Mishra Marzetti. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. Listen carefully. Can you still hear the song? The one sung for you when you were born. The song sung by a cosmos in motion, rejoicing at your life. You, the result. You, the outcome. You, the celebration. Listen carefully. Can you hear it still? A song of possibility. A reminder that we still have time to be who and what we need to be. Listen carefully. The vast expanse echoes a recognition that it's not always easy. Possibilities can be hard to pursue. Roads not taken, wrong turns, destinations that disappoint. Through this, the song persists. The universe sings no less because time and space wear us thin. The music calls us to recognize our limitations, to recognize that the song is best sung with others. Here in community, bringing alive the most primordial and original impulse, the desire to sing to the universe who we are, to celebrate and share our lives with others. May it be so, and amen.
Is a welcoming community where we find connection, a spiritual community where we find meaning, a sharing community where our joys are lessened, are amplified, and a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. It's a tradition in our community to take this moment to share our joys and sorrows and acknowledge the mutual support of our community. It's a time of sharing and not a time of announcements. If you'd like, you could come forward to the microphone, state your name, and share your joy or sorrow, and I'll light a candle for you. May we remember those who have spoken, those that they've named, and those we hold in silence in our hearts as we move forward in the days and weeks together. Let's share a moment of silence together. Our reading this morning is Skeptical Mysticism from Daily Afflictions by Andrew Boyd. You often hear about believers who have a crisis of faith. But what of the skeptics among us who have a crisis of doubt? For years, skeptics have decisively refuted the metaphysical claims of great religions and scoffed at the pretensions of newfangled spiritual fashions. But then our doubts are suddenly shaken by an unbidden mystical experience. The power of this direct cognition of ultimate reality beyond word or image is undeniable. But does it prove the existence of God? If you remain skeptical, you find yourself in a difficult state. You now seriously doubt your doubt, and yet have no abiding faith to replace it. How do you proceed? You can no longer be atheistic because you've communed with the divine. You can't be religious because the existence of God is still in question. What's more, religious representations of God now get in the way of your direct metaphysical experience. Nor can you be agnostic because you're far from neutral on the subject. You must become a skeptical mystic. As you cut your own singular path to the great whatever, you must now treat your own experiences with the relentless skepticism you once reserved for the claims of others. We will now give and receive the offering. Please know that this morning, half of the non-pledge offering will be donated to Food at First, a local organization dedicated to helping those struggling with hunger and food insecurity in our community. Food at First gleans from our local grocery retail system to create quality community meals every day of the year and to supply a perishable food pantry, saving those resources from being wasted. They serve anyone who is hungry, no questions asked. The other half of our offertory will serve to support programs here in our fellowship that make this a community of transformation. We'll pass the basket here in the fellowship hall, but for those at home, you can visit uufames.org/give and give your offering today. If you are visiting today, please know that your presence is gift enough.
In the 70s, the group Apollo 100 had a big hit with that song, and I had it on a 45 record. So thank you so much. It's a timeless melody. Good morning, Central Iowa. My name is Reverend A.J. Galazin. I'm your interim minister, and my pronouns are he and his. I want to extend a special welcome to everyone joining us today, both here in the sanctuary and on Zoom, wherever you are on your spiritual journey. You are welcome here. Our theme for December is wonder, and that implies being open to surprises. There's always something new going on around town. And here at the fellowship, there are some wonderful surprises in store. On December 17th, which is a Saturday evening, Sam and Nicole Ossie are inviting us to their farm for a bonfire on the winter solstice. So please make a point to join us. And then on Christmas Eve, which is also a Saturday evening, we will be having a service of lessons and carols here at in the fellowship at 5 p.m. I attended the Memory Cafe this past week at the Northminster Presbyterian Church, a monthly gathering for people experiencing memory issues with their families. We had a lovely time singing old songs, sharing casual conversations, and connecting with new friends. They meet on the fourth Monday of each month, and all are welcome. So thank you for whoever put up a poster here in the fellowship, because I saw that and I said, I want to find out what that program is. Not everything in a beloved community is planned from the top down. In many ways, it is grassroots events that are a sure sign of a healthy congregation. Not to mention great advertising for newcomers, showing that church is not just a place of deep and thoughtful introspection, but also a center of friendly and fun fellowship. Immediately following today's service is a great example. Soup lunch. I ask you, who don't like soup? And this was a spontaneous idea made real by Trish, her trusty clipboard, and a dedicated hive of worker bees. It's not part of any strategic plan. Yes, it takes a whole lot of work, and I don't have to do a thing. And you're all invited to show up and treat yourself to some delicious fellowship. And if you want, you can sign up to help next time. Right, Trish? A year or so ago, National Geographic published an essay by the inspirational author Anne Lamott titled Celebrating in the Pandemic. The piece argued that we're missing holiday closeness just when we need it the most. But even grim, uncertain times hold sparks of love and light. I love Lamott's writing because she has an ecumenical earthiness and good-natured humor. And I was not disappointed with this passage at the end of her essay. Quote, "The meaning of this pandemic is that we are all vulnerable and connected. We are in this together, spanning the globe. Buddhists, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, pagans, Christians, atheists. This is so much bigger than the virus because love and caring are bigger than anything, even or especially suffering. Close quote. I was heartened by her inclusion of atheists in the pantheon of people blessed to connect together in the human family. Perhaps this was a nod to the many rational souls that read National Geographic and consider themselves scientific, not religious. But I sense in her words a deeper inclusivity of holiness, as in the whole of creation. And the atheists I know are generous and wholesome characters, worthy of celebration and sacrifice, helping to build a better world for everyone, regardless of creed or lack thereof. With the social rift between politics, religion, and science, it was refreshing for me to find a message of common ground, that love and caring are bigger than the virus. I remain committed to a faith of rational inclusion, and this includes atheists. But a year later, I'm feeling a little uneasy with the way atheist is sometimes equated with meaning everyone else, or even worse, someone that doesn't believe in anything. I love Andrew Boyd's meditation on skeptical mysticism and his assertion that, quote, as you cut your own singular path to the great whatever, you must now treat your own experiences with the relentless skepticism you once reserved for the claims of others. Close quote, and amen. No one is immune to critique. The Unitarian minister and poet philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, quote, a person will worship something. Have no doubt about that. We may think our tribute is paid in secret in the dark recesses of our hearts, but it will come out. That which dominates our imaginations and our thoughts will determine our lives and our character. Therefore, it behooves us to be careful what we worship, for what we are worshiping, we are becoming. Close quote. It behooves us. Unitarian Universalists have inherited a Protestant Puritan skepticism of most holidays, and we tend to celebrate them from a safe distance, so we are not overcome with the tinge of religious fanaticism. I have often said that most UUs don't have any holidays. Perhaps I was wrong. What about Chalaka? Chalaka is a contemporary celebration invented in 2005 by Daylene Marshall. It is 7 or 8 days long and runs from the first Monday in December through to Sunday. Each day represents a different UU principle. A chalice is lit each day. Gifts are given and received. Gifts can be made, bought, verbal, written, acts, shared, or personal celebrations. One can have 7 different chalices or 1 common chalice. And Marshall says, quote, Don't make Chalaka into another holiday obligation. It can be either a serious spiritual exercise or a fun thing to do. All holidays evolve through the people who celebrate them. I don't want too much ownership. I just put the idea out there, and I'm happy to let it become what it will. Close quote. A UU sentiment, if I ever heard one. I just put the idea out, and I'm happy to let it become what it will. Many of you have probably never heard of Chalaka. Now, I'm a traditionalist, but I'm not immune to new ideas. And so I begrudgingly started celebrating Chalaka 3 years ago. And every year I try something different. My first year, I hosted a brief gathering each evening for 7 nights to acknowledge each of the then 7 principles. Now, Unitarian Universalists do not have a common profession of faith. We talked about this a few weeks ago. We believe in deeds, not creeds. Another way of saying actions speak louder than words. But people seek direction and helpful summaries. And so the 7 principles were adopted as guideposts, not as definitive commandments. Some ministers refer often to the 7 principles. I do not. I did not join this faith community because of the 7 principles. I joined because of the variety and balance in the philosophical presentations, the creative use of original and familiar symbols, and the honest sharing of what we discover here together. I believe we practice what the Dalai Lama calls the basic spirituality of human kindness, served with a side of healthy skepticism. I was caught in an embarrassing moment recently when, in a passing conversation, someone learned that I was a Unitarian Universalist minister and wondered what that was. I was dumbfounded. My brain froze because there's no easy answer to that question. It all depends on where the inquirer is coming from. It doesn't help for me to be a dump truck unloading a pile of theology when a few choice sentences would do the trick. What Unitarian Universalism means to me from my years of study, debate, and higher criticism is not the place to begin. You have to know your audience. And so I feel for each and every one of you, if you are ever asked about this free and liberal faith, and you are left scratching your head and searching for something appropriate to say, it is not easy. And that is why we celebrate Chalaka. Like the church auction or the rummage sale, we want everyone to walk out with something. Right? Right? Feel free to take something home with you every Sunday, but today, from this quick list of ideas to celebrate Chalaka. Principle number 1, the inherent worth and dignity of every person. Give something to someone who cannot pay you back. Write a thank you letter. Draw a picture of someone you love. Principle 2, justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. Talk about what justice means to you. Donate blood or give away some of your possessions. Help rake leaves, wash someone's car, mow a neighbor's lawn. Principle 3, acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth. Talk about this fellowship. How do you feel accepted and cherished here? Participate. Let the worship team know you're willing to help out. Visit another faith tradition to learn about different beliefs and be a stranger in someone else's home. Principle 4, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. Discuss religion with friends and family. What do you believe about the world or humanity? What do you wonder about God or the universe? Principle number 5, the right of conscience and the use of the democratic process. Write a letter to your representative on something you care about. Join a team here at the fellowship or help someone with a task. Principle 6, the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. Discuss what is fair, what is peace, what is liberty. Principle 7, respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. Visit a local park, learn about nature. Shop your local farmer's market. Save energy at home. And principle number 8, accountably disable racism and other oppressions. Discuss what that means in your daily life and explore local efforts that support change. How will you celebrate Chalaka this year? Dear friends, you already have. Just by showing up today. Don't make Chalaka another holiday obligation. Your assignment this week, should you choose to accept it, do one thing in honor of Chalaka. The possibilities are endless, and I'm happy with whatever you do, especially when you offer the basic spirituality of human kindness, served of healthy skepticism. May it be so, and amen. And will you join us now as you rise in body or spirit for hymn 1028, The Fire of Commitment. closing words are from Brian Kiley. This chalice is extinguished, but its light lives on in our minds and the hearts and the souls of each one of us. Let us carry the flame with us and share it with those we know, with those we love, and most especially with those we have yet to meet. Go now in peace and say hello to someone you don't know today.